Norwegian Refugee Council's Advocacy Manager, and she joins us now from London. Great to have you on the programme. First of all, help us understand, how can a war-ravaged country like Yemen, that is already battling cholera, malnutrition and so much more, how can Yemen fight both the coronavirus and those maladies and a war?
Well, that's precisely what the Norwegian Refugee Council has been warning about. We know that the coronavirus is not here, it's in Yemen, and there are probably many more cases than we actually know exist. And the issue is that even before this pandemic, Yemen was the world's worst humanitarian crisis. There's 10 million people who are on the brink of starvation. The health system is decimated. So Norwegian Refugee Council and other organizations have been racing against time to put in measures to prevent the spread of the virus. But we can't do this without warring parties laying down their weapons and focusing on fighting the pandemic. So what we really need is to ensure that humanitarian organizations can get to people, still provide the life-saving aid that they need, and that warring parties stop fighting and essentially focus on introducing the measures that are needed to stop the spread of the virus.
And how challenging is it then for your staff to stay safe from COVID-19 and for people there in Yemen to stay safe as well, and for you to get that humanitarian aid to them, and as you mentioned, maybe not even knowing or having that transparency?
Yeah, I mean, it's incredibly challenging for us. The COVID-19 doesn't discriminate, but it will hit the poorest and the most vulnerable the hardest. So the people that we work with, those 3.6 million people who are displaced by the war, they're living in overcrowded conditions. They're living in areas without limited access to healthcare, to water, to sanitation, to soap. So really, not only do we need to be able to get to these people, so a war going on means that often, for example, the situation in the south right now, we're very concerned. Last August, when the war kicked off, what happened was we had to stop our movements. Many of our staff were stuck in their homes and affected by the fighting. So really, it means that we can't move around, we can't ensure that our staff are safe, and we can't get to people, and people can't move around. So it's very, very important that the war stops.
And we hope it does. Sultana Begum, thank you so much for speaking to us here on TRT World. Really appreciate it.